Good evening to everyone. My name is Rahul. I'm from HDFC Credila Education Loans. And first of all, I'd like to thank everyone to join us for this particular webinar. And I'd also like to thank Tejas sir for helping us arrange this particular webinar. Today we'll be going through the intricacies of what education loan brings and why is education loan important. Going ahead, I'll also request you to please have your questions ready. Once the presentation is over, I'll be there to answer your queries. All right? Okay. Okay, to begin with, HDFC Credila, I'd like to just give you a brief information of what HDFC Credila is about. HDFC Credila is basically a subsidiary of HDFC Limited, is since its incorporation in 2006. 2006, we have disbursed more than 10,000 crore rupees of loan for thousands of students who have opted for going in more than 35 countries, over 2,100 institutions, and over 1,000 courses. And also the unique point of HDFC Credila is that we are an NBFC, but we are the only NBFC. NBFC is a non-banking financial this company. And we are the only NBFC which offers tax benefit for education loan. All right. Going ahead, I'll just like to inform you what are the myths of education loan and what you should consider when you're taking an education loan and the nuances that go along with it. The first is when you're looking at an education loan, you have to look at what type of education loan is provided. Is it secured or unsecured? Secured meaning you need to have some collateral or security to be given to a financial institution, and unsecured is basically without a collateral or a financial institution. This depends on this unsecured loan is dependent on a lot of things. In HDFC Credila, what we do is we have both the loans, secured and unsecured. Secured specifically it ranges from country to country. We have specific products for USA, which where you can get avail up to 40 lakh rupees of loan without any security. For Canada, around 30 lakh rupees. Germany, 15 lakh rupees. 15 lakh rupees, and so on. So these are the unsecured loan, and these are limited to certain countries and also for certain certain courses. But secured loan is also available from us with HDFC Credila, and we do take in collaterals like non-agricultural land. Then we also take in residential properties, FDs. FDs are also accepted when it comes to for secured loan and as a security for it. Secondly, the expenses. We need to see what expenses are covered under it, covered under your education loan, because some institutions, they look only at tuition fees or they do not pay fully for the accommodation. Then it sort of becomes a problem. And with HDFC Credila, we cover all the expenses. All the expenses are covered. It includes your tuition fees, your accommodation. We also it also covers one-time charges for airline tickets to travel to that particular country. Thirdly, what is the timing that the best timing that you can apply for the education loan? Now, the best timing to apply is when you're planning for your higher education, when you're starting your test preps, and when you have started preparing and you're going through the test preps, and that is a exact time to start for education loan. And right now, even if there is someone who is left out for or is in two minds when it comes to whether to take education loan or not, we'll be giving you the details of our representative who can who will definitely help you out with procuring the education loan. Also, there will be a point which I'd like to cover, that during these times, right now, there's a lockdown going on, and we don't know when this will open up. And but still, HDFC Canada is working. We are doing all the loans online. We are doing all the loans online, and we have customized our approach towards, and we are looking at towards the way in which the education loan is required for the student, and we've also managed to managed to see if even if there is if you're opting for an online course, which some of you may have got an option to do it for, if you have received the admit, even that particular facility is available to we give loan for, even if you're going for online, if you're enrolling on or to an online course to a university which you have got admit for. Thirdly, the loan tenure. Loan tenure is something which you need to look into it. Whether loan tenure is basically the amount of the time that you will get to repay the loan amount. Usually, it ranges from it can go up to 5 years, 10 years, 12 years, 15 years. But with HDFC Canada, you get we know that we consider the factors of repaying the loan, and we give you enough and ample time. So the total tenure, the loan tenure you can take is 10 years. In certain cases where you would really require some more time, we can also extend it up to 12 years. Repayment. This is most important because when you're planning for repayment of your education loan, you need to check whether any extra charges are involved in it. Now, in most of the institutions, there are some charges involved when you're repaying the loan. If you're repaying the loan in a bulk amount. So there can be around 0.5 or 1% of a charge which can be involved in it. But with HDFC Canada, there is no repayment charges which are involved. So you do not have to pay a single penny if you are repaying the loan amount. You can close the loan whenever you want. Next is margin money. Margin money is basically a money which some of the institutions use. For example, if you require a loan of around 10 lakh rupees, in some institutions might have a mandate that you have to have around 10 or 15% of that that 10 lakh rupees. Only then your loan can be processed. With HDFC Canada, we do not require any margin money. You can go ahead and means we do 100% loans, and depends on the 100% loan. If your loan falls under the unsecured loan category and it is sufficient, then that's not a problem. In case if you require more than 30 or 40 lakh rupees and it doesn't fall under the unsecured loan category, we have secured loans which you can avail, and or a secured loan which you can avail, and you don't have to pay any extra you don't have to show us any margin money for it. Next comes processing time. How much time is required for it? Now you in HDFC Canada, we take 7 to 10 working days once you submit all the documentation part. Documentation are minimal. These involve normal KYC, your academics, the academics of the candidate who is going right from 10th standard to the last completed this education, and also if you are employed, we require the experience, these letters and certificates, and also when it comes to cover, if you're self-employed, we require ITR for ITR, 2 years of ITR mandatorily. And if your service, if the co-borrower or the sponsor is doing some is employed or does service, that particular individual, there are certain documents like salary slips and salary slips we require salary slips, and also in certain cases ITR as well. Next comes is off-campus expenses. So when I said earlier that the expenses which are covered under loan, we need to check about the expenses which are covered under loan. These also there is a clause where off-campus expenses are also there. Like for example, if your accommodation is not on the campus of colleges, and also there are certain expenses which are other than the tuition fees and the accommodation expenses. These expenses are also covered under a loan from HDFC Credila. So you don't have to worry about off-campus expenses. If it is off-campus expenses that you might require, these are also covered under the loan, which of course that you have to provide those details accordingly. Next is we'll just give a brief about what HDFC Credila Advantage is about. One, when it comes to for loans for USA, for MS in US, you get loan approval before you I-20. We have loan facilities like as I said, unsecured loan up to 40 lakh rupees, up to 100% finance. That is, we do not require any margin money. We have 100% finance. We have doorstep delivery, but right now as there's lockdown going on, it is not possible. But whenever the lockdown is removed, we'll be able to carry out these services again. Tax benefits under Section 80E. As I said that we are the only NBFC which provide tax benefits. Tax benefit under Section 80E. So all the interest that you that will be charged will be completely exempted under tax benefit if you come under that if you come under the tax bracket. Web-enabled billing and servicing, where you don't have to move from your house. All you have to do is mail, and you get all the details of what will be the EMI, and even if you're not able to visit the branch, you don't have to worry. You just have to put a mail, and our relationship managers are also there on a call. Next is flexibility of co-borrower and collateral. Now this particular part is for secured loan. Flexibility, when we mean flexibility, is basically if you're studying in Mumbai and your property is say in Pune or in some other state, or your co-borrower, probably the co-borrower can be your father, it's usually a blood relative. So for example, if your co-borrower is of your father and is working in some other state, we do have facilities where we are connected to our sister branches, and we have branches in major cities in India, and we can get it is completely manageable for us to take the father as a co-borrower, even if it's in different state, and also if the collateral is in any other state. We have valuation teams where we can get the valuation for the collateral done in different state as well. Next is I'll just give you a brief about what personal loan and loan against property is, how education loan is different from personal loan and education loan and a loan against property. As you can see over here, for a personal loan, maximum you can get around 20 lakh rupees, and loan against property is the 60 or 65% of the property valuation or value of the property, and this is basically after deduction of if you have any loan going on the property, you can that is also subtracted from the property value. But in HDFC this Cadila's education loan, you get 100% finance. The tax benefit for a personal loan or loan against any property is none, but you get full tax benefits on the interest that is charged as per Section 80E. Disbursement options, you have to take full disbursement. Loan against property also, you have to take full disbursement. If you have a requirement of 40 lakh, if you your total education this cost is 40 lakh rupees, you have to take the disbursement full. But in HDFC Credila, the disbursement is completely as per your requirement. So, for example, if your first terms or first first year's SEMS or first year's fee or the expenses required are just 10 lakh rupees, and the total amount that total amount of cost of education is around 20 lakh rupees. You can only take 10 lakh rupees, and the interest and everything will be charged only on the 10 lakh rupees that you are taken as a disbursement. There is no hard and fast rule that you have to take the entire amount of money which has been sanctioned to you. You can take as much money as required, and you can also not take any of the extra money which is left after left. So if your total loan amount sanctioned is 20 lakh rupees, you can just take around 10 lakh rupees and 10 lakh rupees or 15 lakh rupees as per your requirement. Repayment option, EMI starts directly for both personal loan and loan against property. But for HDFC Credila loan, there is a moratorium period of 2+1 years, wherein only interest is served during the 2+1 years of study for masters, and when it comes to undergraduate and certain other courses which are there. There is EMI facilities which are available for you. Also, apart from the EMI, there is also a thing called partial interest that we provide. For example, if you're not able to, during the moratorium period, if you're not able to pay the entire interest amount, and we also charge a nominal sum of for partial interest, and around 2,000 to 5,000 rupees is only charged per month, regardless what is the disbursement that you have taken. Repayment tenure, loan against property has 15 years, but the EMI is the EMI starts directly. There are 5 years for personal loan, but in HDFC Canada we have up to 10 years for repayment, and we can extend it furthermore for 2 years, further 2 years more when it comes to repayment. These are the HDFC Credila products that we have. For the courses for USA and Canada, as I mentioned earlier, up to 40 lakh rupees, unsecured, and it is for masters and MBA. Undergrad, we do take only secured secured loans. Secured loans, unsecured loans for masters and masters is for 40 lakh, and for secured there is no upper limit. Collateral that we taken for secured is flat residential property. Commercial property is also acceptable, and non-agricultural land. Also deposits with HDFC. Then for other countries, so masters and for masters, you up to 15 lakhs are there for unsecured loan for 15 lakh rupees on case-to-case basis, and for secure and where unsecured loan is not available for the courses or the countries, unsecured loan is not available. We have secured loans, and there is no upper limit for it. You can take if you have the proper collateral to put forth, we will be able to give you the amount of money that you require for your education. So in that also the collateral stays the same: flat residential property, commercial property, non-agricultural land, and everywhere HDFC is acceptable. Next is something, an initiative from HDFC Credila called HDFC Credila One Stop. This is basically this is an initiative wherein you get discounts on various services. This is regardless if you take a loan from us or not. All you have to do is go ahead and register on HDFC Credila, CredilaOneStop.com, and you can avail all the benefits. There are benefits worth 60,000 rupees, 60 to 65,000 rupees, which you can avail. As you can see mentioned over here, there is discounts on the courier services, airport taxis, make my trip for flight tickets, and so on. So all these things are there which you can use use to avail the best to use, and this is completely free of cost from us. There is no charges for it. You can use this discount, and this is irregardless of any regardless that you take a loan from us or not. So you can pass it. These services can be used by anyone who wants to avail this particular. This service is basically meant for the students. So I hope you avail the best of it. With that, I'd like to thank you all for attending this webinar. The forum is open for questions. If you have any questions, please do let me know. I'm here to answer it. Yeah, why is the processing fee high compared to the nationalized bank? See, we have processing fee from 0.75 to 1.25, but for our partners, for the students, our partners, we give the best possible processing fee. Yes, if you have issues regarding processing fee, please do contact our sales managers. I know that we are there's a the processing fee is a bit on the higher side, but when you see the benefits that you get from the comfort of your home, you'll this is a service which is provided to you, and just a small this small difference between the amount of the amount of processing fee which is charged by the nationalized bank and by us. We are, as I said, that we are an NBFC, so there is a bit of a difference, but yes, there's a difference in service level as well. During the valuation period, how is the valuation done during the lockdown? Okay. During lockdown, it is not possible for us to do the valuation, but yes, we do require, we take in soft copies of the whatever the security, the collateral that you have provided, and we have formulated, we have done some background work, as in what can be what would be the specific valuation of a property, and from that we derive the amount which can be which you'll be eligible to get. In certain cases where we are not able to get the valuation from the regular sources, we do need we try to take the special permission. We have those provisions in place, and we're trying to work around that particular factor. Currently, if you are doing a 1 year or diploma certificate course in Canada, are you eligible for a loan? Yes, you are eligible for a loan, but the unsecured loan won't be something which your criteria will come under. It will come under the secured loan for a diploma or the diploma or certificate course. But although if the diploma or the certificate has to be recognized, we do verify the courses and all. And if only after the verification from our backend team, we'll be able to provide loan. Yes, top up is possible on the sanction amount in the future. We'll require certain documentation part. You have to mail us the detail and the reason why you require the top up. If it suffices our needs, and if we have to put it through our credit team, and once that is done, if everything is okay for it, and we have the proper documentation and the reasons for the top up, we do top up on the sanction amount as well. Suppose I took a loan for 2 years of my education. You said the interest will be charged for after 2 plus 1 years. I said the interest will be charged for 2 plus 1 year. The interest part will be charged. Okay, only the interest part. The principal amount will start after the moratorium period is over. That is 2 plus 1 year's time. then the principal amount will be added and the actual EMI will start after that. Yes. Said earlier, the valuation, we are trying to do the valuation best as we can with certain things which are there, which are there in our records. We are doing the valuation according to it. But if it comes, if it comes at means we have to do a valuation of that particular property, then we have to wait till we get the desired permission for it. We are working around these particular issues to get this wherein valuation is mandatory for us to on-ground valuation is mandatory. So we have to, we are working around those particular issues so that we get the best possible service to you. So please get in touch with our representative in case of valuation details. So we can get wherein we can try and get the best possible thing done for when it comes to your valuation of that of your property. How is funds transferred? Electronically from and it is transferred to the candidate's the candidate's account so that it can be transferred to the university of your choice. This is done because if it is transferred from your account, you can avail those the tax benefits that you are supposed to get, which you get under Section 80, and also the funds that is transferred not just includes your tuition fees, also it includes your other expenses, on campus and off campus expenses as well. So it is the funds are transferred to your account, and then it goes to you can further ahead transfer to the university or college of your choice. So once again, I'd like to thank Tejas sir for giving us the opportunity to present about HDFC Credila, and thank you all for attending this particular webinar. I know the times are a bit tough, but I'm sure that we'll all get through. We'll all get past it very soon. Thank you very much. Stay safe. Very good evening to everyone.